Microphone check. Okay, good morning YouTube, good morning Discord. Today we're going to see if we can make enough money to buy room temperature frozen yogurt. Alright, let's get into what happened in the overnight and pre-market. So we see we're still trending up inside this blue. We're seeing some significant movement upwards as well. So right around 524.84. I want to see what happens there. Let me see. 524. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's start the day. Let's see what we got. All right, low volume for the first candle. All right. We want to see if the 5 MA is going to be the target. Let's see if we bounce off 519. Or are we going to go straight to the 5 MA? So close, it's right here. Ignore these magentas for right now. This magenta and this magenta, just ignore it for right now. We're going to see how we react off of 519.41. Contract prices they're still insane, but not like yesterday. But they're still insane. All right, let's see if this is going to be the bounce to the 5. So your safe calls are going to look like this, right? Something like that. Early candles, let them play out. Don't rush for anything. The safer play is going to be to wait for the break, retest, reject off the 5. That's going to be the safer play. Because if you want to buy the call now and hopefully that it shoots up now, you're going to have to go through some pain before it goes up there. I mean, could it shoot up right now and grab the 5? That's very possible, but I think the safer bet is just to wait for the setup. Seeing a few rejection wicks up here. All right, now we're seeing if we're building up the strength to head up to the 5. We're building up the strength. All right, right now we're testing this purple. testing the purple. I think it might need to be adjusted. We'll let it play out a little bit. You want it to look something like that. Let's see how far we dig first. I'm not sure about the blue. I haven't confirmed the blue either, so we'll see. Now we want to see if we stay inside the purple or if we get up inside this green. I haven't confirmed the blue yet. It might be breaker green for the down for the day. We're gonna test it. Give it some time. Still early. We still got some time. Remember, your least amount of risk is going to be the calls on the bottom, right? So if you stop out, you stop out for very little. Well, in this environment, stopping out is $100 basically. Okay, let's see what we got here. So we're going to see if it's break a blue for the down. Break a green or break a blue. We'll see. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, remember I was telling you buy the calls on the bottom. This is what I was telling you. So now your trade's protected. If you took this flexion point right here, buy the calls on the bottom. That's what I was telling you. Now your trade's protected. So now no matter which way it goes, you're going to make money. No matter which way it goes when you buy at the bottom, when you don't hesitate. Now we're checking to see if we're going to push towards that 5. We're at a 50-50 pretty much. So it's either going to be this right here or that. We're at a 50-50 right here. So the safer bet for calls is going to be above 523.22. And for the puts, it's going to be either break of green or break of blue. I think I prefer break of blue. Which is why I have it highlighted. Just give it time, no rush. If there's no setup that you're comfortable with, then just wait. No reason to rush anything, especially with the premium so high. Good environment to paper trade in. So on the 5 minute, we start breaking below this blue. Start rethinking your life. So yeah, I think I'm comfortable with break of blue. The 1 minute says we have room for some up. The 5 minute says indecision actually, but possibly room for the up. The 30-minute candle hasn't closed yet, so we'll see. We're still at market open. We haven't moved the dime. We are exactly at market open right now. No movement. If you didn't take any trades, there's nothing wrong with that. They're making us go through the pain today, huh? Pain today, not like yesterday. It was instant gratification. Today is going to be pain day. Very low volume today. So we're thinking 5 days going to be the target. That's what we're hoping. It doesn't, actually we don't need to hope in any direction. Whatever happens, happens. Your safest calls, again, are going to be the break, retest, and reject off the 5. Those are going to be your safest calls. We are just sideways right now. Okay, if you took break a yellow for the up, your trade is protected. Did you doubt me? Did y'all doubt me? Did you doubt me? All right, protect your trade. Protect your trade. We need to break. We know we're going to meet some resistance here, so expect a little dancing right here. But did you doubt me? There it is. That's what I was telling you. Buy calls on the bottom. You don't just look at the drawings on the screen. You have to listen to what I'm saying. I'm telling you, buy calls on the bottom. Why? Because your risk is the least amount here, because you're already at the bottom. So even if it does go against you, you stop out for very short, because the win is going to outweigh the loss. Protect your trade. Don't get greedy. We knew we were going to meet some resistance right here, right? With this red candle. We knew we were going to meet some resistance right here. So don't be greedy. Take your profit when you can. From the bottom here was 519.40. Oh no, 520.67 to 523. That's not a bad move right there. Not a bad move. Can't hesitate on these flexion points. You can't hesitate. We knew it was going to get turbulent in here. We already knew that. We already knew that. You should be guiding your stop along this green. Now, if we do get above the 5, then we want to wait for the proper structure. What is a proper structure? We want to build another yellow and then break out of the yellow. That's what the structure looks like. I'll show it to you when we get there. So I told you all the way down here, buy calls at the bottom, right? It was probably literally at 9:39 Eastern. I said buy calls at the bottom. Probably on this candle, 9:39, 9:40. Somewhere around here. I said buy calls on the bottom because we know the target is going to be the 5 MA. So if you would have taken that advice, 518 to 523, your day's done. You're done for the day. And if that wasn't enough, then you have an entire trading plan which specifically says, are we going to, look for the 5 MA to be the target? As I was telling you, we're going to have to endure some pain. If you go now, if you go in at open, you're going to have to endure some pain. Here's the pain. We wanted to see if we're going to build some strength in this purple to get us out of this yellow, right? And that is what told us to go in on the break a yellow. That's what told us most likely the 5 MA is going to be our target. So that's why I put this yellow, right? I highlighted the blue. If we broke below the blue, then I think the blue's the thing. And then I also said yellow. Yellow's for the up, which is why I have the flexion point off the yellow right here. Yellow for the up. This is actually too easy. This is actually too easy. Look at it go. We already knew this from this morning. We already knew this. We already knew this would happen. I literally set it at 539. Buy calls on the bottom. I drew the flexion point You know we didn't break below this blue here. So there's no reason to go short because we didn't even meet the first criteria, which was the break of this blue. We never broke it. This is why we didn't go in on this. We wait for the candle to close over here at 0950. That's why we wait for the candle to close below. We don't want a wick, we want it to close. And we knew the target was most likely going to be the 5. If we get there, great. If not, your stop should be along the green. So if you got on an inflection point, you're well within profit. Well within profit. Now we want to test to see how strong this bear cycle is going to be. Are we going to go through a bear cycle and trend up? Or are we going to go through a bear cycle? Is it going to be strong enough to get us to break this blue? That's what we're wondering. That's what we're wondering. So you broke green. Hopefully you took profit on this flexion point on break a yellow single contracts. So break a yellow for single contracts, break a green was your out. If it shoots up, oh well. Single contracts, you're supposed to be getting base hits to build the account. So that should have been solid money. From 520 to 524.26, that's solid money right there. Even on single contracts, that's a lot of money. Now let's see how strong this bear cycle is. I'm going to clean up this chart just a bit. And remember, if you want the big moves, you're going to have to hold for the big amount of time, right? So when I said at 9:39, you're going to have to hold it, 30 minutes. You're going to have to hold this 30 minutes to get the move out of it. Because we knew the 5 MA was most likely going to be the target, or it's going to get close. That's why I said buy calls on the bottom. So we'll see if it continues up. Actually, we want to see it break. The safe calls are going to be the break of the 5, retest, and rejection off the 5. That's going to be the safe calls. Because there's a possibility that we do this right here, right? And then form another blue somewhere down here. So don't get greedy, take your profits when you can. I'm gonna clean up the chart just a bit. So your puts are going to be still underneath this, the blue. Either this one or another one's going to form, but your puts are going to be somewhere down here. You're not worried about puts until somewhere down here. Right? Why is that? We've been in an uptrend for a while, right? So we don't want to fight the trend. So we should be looking for call entries. The call entries are going to look like it builds liquidity in purple and then breaks yellow. And the put entries are going to be it builds liquidity in green and then breaks blue. If you need to write that down, write that down. If you took this break of yellow, boy, are you thankful right now. Remember this original right here? something like that. Off this break of yellow. Beautiful, beautiful trade. There it is. If you want the 30-minute move, you got to wait 30 minutes. Right? You had a trading plan that told you the 5MA was most likely the target. We had drawings on the screen that said what it needs to look like. We had literal bullseyes telling you what to look out for. You have highlighted arrows telling you when to go short, right? Telling you when to buy puts. So if you're still not profitable, in the Discord, I want you to send me a direct message so we can sit down and figure it out. So we can sit down and figure this out. So again, your safest puts are going to look like this. That's what your put scenario is going to look like. So the safety is somewhere down here, right? Somewhere over here. For calls, let's see if we get, if you're not already in the trade, if you're not in the trade, for calls, we want to look for maybe touch the 5-day, reject down to here before it continues up like that, which should make this a 50-50 over here. All right, now let's see how strong this pullback is. We might have one of those days where it's like a slow grind in whatever direction. That's what it's being so far. Just a slow grind. Nothing to see here, folks. Expect it to dance in here before it heads out. So if it does head out, expect a little jiggle in here. If it wants to head up, I'd like to see it build a little more inside of purple and then reject off of blue before going out of yellow. That would be the ideal. That would be the ideal. Just give it time. There's no reason to rush anything. Give it time. You see how the market is today. Choppy. Look at this chop right here. You got to hold a trade for... hold on for dear life for any of these trades. This is choppy. There's no trading right now. Unless you plan on making a bet and holding for till the end of the day. So we're still inside blue in the 5-minute, comfortably. Yeah, if it wants to head out, use blue. Remember, we expect a little dance right here, right? We expected. Let me clean up this chart. We expected a little dance right here. Remember I drew this thing right here? Remember your safety put somewhere down here, right, with the arrow. This is your safety put. All right, let's look for some momentum candles in a direction, some patterns to look out for. It's dancing right on this yellow right here. I might need to adjust it just a tad. A lot of yellow on the screen right now. I'll darken it, not make it so intense. For this confirmation of the break of blue, if you want, wait for the break, retest, and reject underneath that blue. But you see how the price action is. This is sideways chop. There's no movement here. Wait for down here for your puts. Wait for up here, break, retest, reject for your calls. That's the answer. Don't try to chase anything in the middle here. There's no trade here. There's nothing happening right here in the middle. From here, you're literally 50-50 shot from here. We're back at market open. We're pretty much right at market open right now. So you didn't miss out on anything. This isn't even really a trading day. We haven't moved. It's been how long? An hour. Don't force anything, just wait for it to come. See the wedge forming between this yellow and this blue? Look at the wedge. See this wedge forming between yellow and blue? We'll see which way it breaks. All right, there it is. Break of blue. Break of blue. So if you took break of blue, you're in profit right now. You're in profit. It's impossible to not be in profit if you took break of blue. I highlighted it. I drew an arrow. There's nothing more I can do. Look at all the money. Look at the money. There it is. There it is. There goes all the money right here. Look at all this money we're printing. Okay, did anyone print on that? We could have, you could have got something out of that. This thing's still running. Look at the money. Look at the money we printed. You just have to be a little bit of patience. Little bit of patience. So multiple contracts is going to be break of this yellow, right? Break of this yellow is going to be multiple contracts. Single contracts, break of purple, you probably take your base hit and get out. From here to here, that's a good move. That's close to a $100 move at a 45 delta. Close to a $100 move at a 45 delta. So that's a good move right there. And now a little bit of retracement to see if we're going to get some further downside. Look at the break of blue. Break of blue. I highlighted it. There's nothing more I can do. If you're waiting for safety, you're down here. That's fine. But I highlighted break of blue for this reason right here. Look at the money that's being printed right now. Look at this money. Break of blue. Easy money. Still inside purple. Still inside purple. There it goes. I highlighted it. There's nothing more I can do. I highlighted it. I told you when to go short. Here. I told you there's a wedge. Let's see which way it breaks. Right? It broke to the downside. Look at the wedge. I highlighted this yellow and this blue. Here's the wedge forming. It's going to break one way. Which way? Down. Easy. And it also aligned with the break of blue. Look at this money we printed today. Every day's a good day. Every single day. We just don't miss. We don't miss. We don't miss. This is why we wait for the setup, right? Just wait. Got to be patient. The setup was break a blue. We saw the wedge forming. It's easy. In this, there's no trade, right? There's no trading here. How did I know break a blue? You'll get there. Look at the money we're printing. Look at this money. From break a blue, what was it 523.36 to 520. 3 points. 3 points. Look at this money. Come on. There, look at all this money we printed. Break a blue. Please tell me someone printed on this. Okay, thank God. Thank God. Hell yeah. Thank God. There's nothing more I can do other than highlight this blue line telling you what to do. Look at all the money. Look at the money we're printing. This is amazing. Simply amazing day. Simply an amazing day. Firmly inside this purple. Look at all the money we printed. Break a blue. Look. Simply amazing day. You can't ask for anything more than this. Look at the money that's being printed right now. All right, your next opportunity is going to be somewhere over here. I think we're actually going to use this magenta. So use the break, retest, and reject underneath this magenta, which is also going to coincide with 519.41 if you're looking for an entry. Okay, if you're looking for an entry on puts, it's going to have to look like that. Otherwise, it's going to be the break of yellow. Look at the money that's being printed. Insane. Every single day we print. Every day. Oh my goodness. All we needed was patience. All we needed was a little bit of patience. Just a little bit of patience. Remember, if you want the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 20 minute move, you gotta wait 15, 20 minutes. It's still going down. Now expect a little bump right here, right? You see it right here? I know y'all heard my computer going off. I got in. Let me see what time. What time exactly? 10:38. Let's see. I get it on this green candle. I got in on this green candle. I put my stop way up here at the last high, right? And then I waited for it to break blue. Well, I thought it was going to break here. I got in a little early. I had to go through a little bit of pain with these two candles. No big deal. We broke blue. I felt confident. I held it. We stayed inside purple. There's no reason to lose a trade. There's no reason to lose a trade. I jumped the gun a little bit, but I like to get in on green candles. I like to get in on green candles because you get the best fill. Look at the money that's being printed. Look at this money. Oh my goodness. Easy money. Easy. It's too easy. It's actually too easy. Look at this beautiful. Oh my goodness. Now let's see what happens if we break below. Look at your 5 minute. Look at the 5 minute chart. Look at the 5 minute chart. I drew exactly when on the 5 minute as well. I drew the path that was going to take. Simply amazing. Beautiful day. Beautiful day. Look at the money that's being printed. Look at this money. We're testing low a day right now. We're about to test low a day. So let's see if we get a bounce from the low a day. Look at the money we printed. Simply amazing. Look at this single contract home run. Look at the money we printed. It's actually too easy. Oh my goodness. Look at this money. The contract from 308 to 602. $300, that's just for one contract, right? That's just one contract. Imagine when you have 20, 30, 40 contracts. You'll get there, don't worry. It takes time. You'll get there. When did I get it? it was 308 up here. That's how much the contract cost. Now it's 6 something. 602. Look at the money. It's too easy. It's too easy. Now I highlighted this also for the, and I even drew an arrow where to get in on puts here. Look at the arrow. You're winning on this trade right here. I drew an arrow. I highlighted the white line. I said buy puts here. You're winning. You're in profit. Now you gotta wait for this, right? You probably gotta wait for that if you didn't already get in. If you didn't get it here and you didn't get it here, there's nothing more I can do besides me telling you look at the money we printed. Look at the money. Look at this money. There's nothing more I can do. We've done our job today. We've done our job today. So expect some retracement here. A break retest. Let's see if it rejects underneath. This has the ability to, single contracts, just start taking profit here. Start to move your stops. At least move your stops. I'm probably going to take all of it. I'm probably going to take all of it because I got to get out of here soon. From 308, let's see what it is right now. I'm still in this trade. I might take all. Let me see. From 308, I got stopped out at 602. Okay. Woo! Good trade. What I should do is have my runners keep running until we break above yellow. That's what I should do. But I have to get out of here soon. So I'm just going to take all my money. If it rejects and dumps right here, oh well. Oh well. Imagine from 308 up here at what, 38 to 602. Today's been a good day. Today's been a good day. A little bit of faith, right? So I had to overcome the fear over here because I was like, oh no, it wicked on the blue. It didn't break the blue. I thought I was going to break the blue. It didn't. I got in early. I suffered the pain here. I suffered through the pain on this up. And then once I saw it break below blue again, I was like, all right, we're solid. This is why you can't rely on indicators. They will always lead you the wrong way. Every single time. Do not rely on indicators. They don't help. If indicators were a thing, everyone would be filthy rich. You can't use indicators. Now this bounce could go all the way back up to yellow. We're going to meet heavy resistance at key levels and this magenta here. Oh man, today was a good day. Today was a very good day. Someone's monthly income in 30 minutes. If it dumps right now, I'm not even going to be upset. I'm not going to be upset about it. Because I made my money for the day. I'm calling it a day. That was my move. I waited all this time. I didn't get in on any of these trades. I waited till this trade here. I waited all this time. And that's why the patience wins every single time. You have to be patient with this stuff. You can't rush it. You're trying to rush getting $10,000 or what, $9,840 just about. And if it's not worth waiting 30 minutes, 40 minutes, then I don't know what is. I don't know what is. The way my bank account set up is I need that. I need that in my bank account. So if you remember, I told you the safest calls are going to be the break, retest, and reject off the 5-day, right? All we did was reject the 5-day. So once we started rejecting off the 5-day, you look at your 5-minute chart. What does a 5-minute chart look like? Right? You had the 5-minute chart here, plenty of time, because I did that way ahead of time. And then we had this blue, this break of blue, plenty of time. Plenty of time. Whew, I got another few minutes here. That was an amazing move. I'm done for the day. I'm done. No reason to overtrade here. No reason to overtrade. Don't be greedy. Do not be greedy. It's 11 o'clock, compression time. That was our move. You don't have to trade every single motion. You don't need to go every single direction, right? Just wait for the setup to come. When it presents itself, you hold your trade. Don't overstay your welcome. You collect your money. Look, we wanted to break, retest, and reject underneath this. Now we're going to see what happens here. We're going to see how much strength. I told you what to look out for, right? The break, retest, and reject. I told you there's going to be another blue forming right here. I put a blue right here. Look. Look at this blue line right here. I can't select it. Protect your trade. Take your money. Break a blue, protect your trade. I don't care. It's $1, whatever. The base hits count. Base hits count. All right, let's see what we got. There's no trade here. Just wait. There's no trade here. Wait for the setup. Let's see what that looks like. I'm going to clean this 5-minute. I'm going to leave some gems. Look at the money we printed. You had your second opportunity on the rejection underneath. Look at this money. Look at the money we printed. You had your second opportunity right here. I drew the arrow. I told you it was going to do this. I literally drew that this is going to happen right here. If you're not collecting money, that's on you. I don't know. There's nothing more I can do at this point. Right? It's science. We don't have to think anymore. It's science. You know what needs to happen. Look at it happening right in front of your face. How long has this 1 minute chart cup been here? How long? How much more perfect can it get? Look at this. How much more perfect can it get? It doesn't get any better. If you're not profitable by now, you need to DM me so we can talk about it. Or if you know what the problem is, which is most likely your patience, it's most likely you're stopping yourself out, it's most likely you're hesitating. If you can identify these things in yourself, then, you know, I get it. But I promise you, if you're having a hard time, it's the hesitation. It's stopping yourself out. It's not willing to take the loss to find out where the path is. Look at the money we printed. Look how many opportunities. Just a little bit of patience. Simply amazing day. You can't make this up. Look. How long ago did I draw this cup? How long ago did I draw the cup? Excuse me, sorry. Look how amazing. Look how amazing. Simply amazing. So if you got in on this arrow that I drew telling you when to get in, and I told you it was going to break and retest underneath magenta, if you listen to all that, look how much money you made. Look how much money you made. There's nothing more I can do. Look at the money we printed. Look at the money we're printing. Are you serious? Are you serious? Look how perfect. If it wasn't done live, I would think this is fake. I would think it's fake. How? How would someone know that this is going to happen at the same exact time? Look at this exact price. Time and price. If it wasn't done live, I would think this is fake. Calling out the perfect entry for the put. Look at this perfect entry. I highlighted it. Look at the money. When? From 5/23/24 to 5/16. 7 point. There's nothing more I can do. Look at the money we are printing. I told you when to get in. I even had I had another blue one here. Break a blue. Remember, I told you, break a blue, break a blue, break a blue. Look at the money we printed. There's absolutely nothing more I can do. Look at this money. Simply amazing. Oh, okay, oh my God. Look how much money we made. It's simply amazing. I have no words. For once, I have no words. Okay, YouTube, this has been my time. It's been a pleasure. We had a great morning. Discord, I'm going to jump in Discord to see if there's any last minutes.